Alright guys, we're playing some Kayle top lane with all of the changes. And I'm going to teach you guys exactly on how you can play Kayle. So, what you want to run right now is Lethal Tempo, Presence, Alacrity, Cut the Grass, Biscuits, and also Cosmic with D-Ring. In case you guys are very curious to like what she's like now. Well, nice one. They basically buffed up the passive, so you now have more kiting ability, because they buffed the movement speed, which I don't really understand. I really don't. I don't get why they buffed it. I'm trying to understand it, but I don't. They also buffed the damage of Kayle in the late game. Well, kind of. You actually get to have more scaling now. Which, again, I don't understand. I really don't. I don't get it. You guys know it. In my opinion, Kayle was already a very strong champion. Kayle is one of my main champions for so long. And then they just go ahead and buff her damage even more. I don't get it. I truly don't. She was absolutely 200% fine. So I don't know why they went ahead with all these changes, but whatever, man. I'm very confused by it. We're getting a gank by Kindred, although it's not going to work. That gank is not working, bro. Cancel auto attacks. The gank did not really work, but it's good for me because I got the kill plus the double buff. So it's actually not as bad for me. This is actually quite good. Shove it. So yeah, it's pretty bad for my jungle. It's really good for me. It will definitely help. And now we're going to be slow pushing the wave. We're going to try and make it as big as we can make it. I will use my potion as well. The bigger we can make this wave, the more it's going to help with pushing this in correctly. Because the bigger the wave is, the stronger I will be. Plus the double buff, it's going to help me. There you go. Alistar has a very rough time dealing with me if the wave is this massive. The pick is so funny though. Alistar is actually a champ that does partially counter Kayle. However, in terms of its CC, but he lacks one thing, and that's like the damage. He needs to actually go full AP Alistar, which he is doing, by the way. He is going full AP Alistar. I'm very curious to see how that's gonna work for him. Like, Alistar top lane is actually... It used to be a champion that is only being played in top lane for a really long time. Then, like, a lot of things changed, and he still works in top lane. He still does. It's just that you've seen Alistar support way more than top lane at the moment. But he is actually still a champion that can be played in top lane. It's just that a lot of people don't know. This guy knows exactly what he needs to do here. He's going full AP. That's one good way to counter Kayle, but I'm very curious to see like what kind of damage he's able to dish out with it, because I haven't seen it in a while. Oh, nice try. Kicks me away from the wave. Yeah, that's basically the problem about Alistar. Every time you try and get a fight off, he can CC you in a way. Now it's going to be different though, because I'll have my range to my advantage. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Oh. Oh, actually not bad. Oh, I should have frozen the wave. That would have been 10 times better for me, but whatever. I should have definitely frozen the wave. That would have been so much better. Because I had TP. My bad. I'm still getting a lead out of this, but it won't be as big anymore. Oh. Oh, I'm definitely dead. This is my fault here. I should have frozen the wave. Would have been 30 times better. Literally. I think Kitchen can probably kill him. Probably. I want to go for this item. I need to TP because the wave is shoving into Alistar partially. I need to fix it because otherwise I will actually have like a hard time. So you see Alistar going full AP and you're seeing the amount of damage he's doing now. This is the problem about Alistar. Because every time I get like inside of auto range, he can always land his full combo. You see the damage? That's basically the problem about Alistar. We just have to respect it a little bit. That's all. Yep, I am not surprised by that one. Oh, I'm getting creep blocked. Thank you, game. I'm gonna die here. Bro. I was moving away from Alistar. Guess what happened? The game was like, well, there's a mass. There's like 3 CS. I'm gonna send you to the right side of the wave. Sure. Thank you, man. I just got into Alistar range because of that. Thank you. Alistar was able to walk up because of it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's go back. Man, I nearly died because of it. It nearly cost me my lane phase. Nice. Yeah, I kind of look at Alistar as being like any other counter matchup. If he goes in, he gets the CC off, then he walks off, then he can re-engage in like 3, 4, 5 seconds, and then redo the entire combo, and then do it all over again. That's basically how Alistar is being played in this matchup. And I have 2 ways of playing it. I either do nothing and farm and outscale him, which is the best way to do it, to be honest. Or you're doing what I'm doing now, and just taking risks while tanking the trade, and then kiting back as he walks back. But it can go both ways, man. Like, it can go really well, or it can go really bad. It really depends. You gotta be really careful with approaching Alistar like this. Especially this guy, because he's going like full AP Alistar, so his combo is doing ridiculous damage. You see how he's looking into... Yeah, he's looking into another one. Yep. I want to try hitting another E here. There you go. So, you either play it safe, right? And you stay away from the Alistar combo. That's like the ultimate way of winning this matchup, to be honest, because you outscale him anyway. Or you do it like this. You tank the combo, and then the next time you tank it again with your ultimate, and then you just kite him down with the lethal tempo. That's like the ultimate way of doing it. Whoops. Actually messed up my Q. It's fine. Let's go back. So, next we're going to be building the Nashor's Tooth. Now it gets a lot of fun because you'll notice the scaling from Kayle now.
Shut down.
They definitely improved the scaling of Kayle. Again, I don't understand why Riot is buffing Kayle. I can't understand it. I'm trying to, but I don't. Kayle was already a really good champ for a long time. Sure, it's probably not the brightest season for her. Nah, it's not. Like, last season was probably a little bit better, but she's just fine. Like, Kayle's fine. I don't know why they're changing Kayle and buffing her even more. I don't get it. And I'm speaking as a Kayle main, guys. Kayle's one of my mains. I don't understand.
Shut down.
Sometimes I'm really confused by the buffs that Riot is doing for specific champions. But like, Kayle is one of those champions. She's on the list of champions that needs to be a high win rate. That's what I feel. That's what I think that Riot's always doing. There's always champions that are terrible win rate. And will always be terrible win rate. Like Renekton, for example. And Gwen, another example. These champions are always below 50%. Always. At any given moment. It's always been like that. And then you have champions like... I'm thinking for real here. There's always champions like... Wukong is one of those. Needs to be above 50. Kayle is definitely one of those. She needs to be above 50% for Riot. Singed is also one of those. It just receives constant changes at any given moment. But yeah, let's focus on lane. There's a lot of champions that always needs to have good win rate. Aha, you're baited. I'm thinking about champions that always have above 50, but there's so many. Nice. In mid lane, it's the same problem. You see champions with low win rate all the time. They never change. Oh, what is this? Ah, that's the rework of Hervalian Soul. Okay. Nice. Let's actually go with... Ah, never mind. This is fine. You know, another great example of a champion that is always good is Fiora. Like, Fiora has been really strong for decades. I can't exactly... Like, yeah, sure, they nerfed Fiora like 4 weeks ago, roughly. Or maybe even a bit longer ago. But, like, the champ has always been performing well in terms of win rate. She's never been failing ever on win rate for years. Same thing with Darius. Like, Darius is always good win rate. There's never a season where Darius performs terrible. Darius is always good win rate, regardless of what season it's in. Never receives any kind of nerfs. Only receives buffs. That's the only thing I see on Darius all day. Like, you see Darius underperforming for literally one patch. Riot goes and buffs it instantly. Like, no questions asked. Instant buff. It's always the same with Darius, man. I've never seen the champ performing terrible. Same thing with Garen. Garen is the same concept also. Yeah, that's gonna kick me in. Yeah. Not bad, man. Not bad, dude. But yeah. What I suspect, personally, I think there's probably Oh, I got you. There you go. What I suspect is that there's probably a Kayle main inside of the balancing team of Riot. That's what I think. Because that's my theory. Because no matter what season it is, Kayle is always good and always receives buffs and gets back with a 50+% win rate. Always. That's my theory. I wouldn't be surprised if my theory is correct. But we will never know, of course. But either way, this is Kayle Toplane. Thanks so much for watching today's Kayle video. And I'll see you next time. Peace.